Go now to a deeper dive into the number one item of the day, which is the government shutdown. Let's get a report from Capitol Hill. Joining me now to discuss this is Congressman Andy Harris. He serves as the chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, and he's also a member of the Appropriations Committee. He represents the 1st Congressional District of Maryland. Dr. Harris, welcome back to Washington Watch. Always an honor to have you.
Good to be with you, Jody.
Well, let me begin, first of all, by saying Happy Veterans Day to you. I know you served for, I believe, 17 years. Thank you so much for your service.
No, it was my honor to serve the country.
And you are still doing so. Listen, let me first get your thoughts on all that's unfolded the last couple of days as it relates to the shutdown and potentially the end of it all right now.
Well, Jody, it's a shame that it took 42 days. The bottom line is the same deal could have been made on day one or even on September 30th, and it was turned down by the Democrats. 15 votes in the Senate to keep the shutdown going. Finally, a handful of Democrats came to the realization that no one was being benefited by this. 40 million people on SNAP weren't getting their benefits. Millions of people who want to travel by air were being harmed. Again, our troops threatened with not getting paid, and they came to their senses and joined the Republicans who never wanted to shut it down, who voted multiple times to reopen the government in the Senate. So thank goodness it's over. Again, we'll come to Washington tomorrow. The House will be in. They'll pass the rule tonight to debate it tomorrow. And we'll pass it tomorrow night. President will sign it, and hopefully by Thursday, this nightmare, caused by Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries will be over.
Wow, we all certainly hope so. One thing that really interested me, and one reason I was wanting to have you, and thank you for coming on this evening, was after the whole deal broke in the Senate, you were right away in favor of it, with one caveat, and that was you were trying to push back on Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, who is putting forward a measure involving intoxicating hemp provisions. That was a big deal, and I appreciated you highlighting that immediately. But explain that to us real quickly and why that would have been a deal breaker for you.
So, Jody, what happened in the 2018 Farm Bill is we legalized the growing of hemp, which is, of course, related to marijuana. But you can grow a hemp product that has very low amount of intoxicant and use it for industrial purposes, to make cloth, to make flooring, to industrial purposes. But because we didn't limit it, and specifically what I'll say the bad actors were doing is using a loophole and taking hemp, extracting the intoxicants, the THC, synthesizing it, resynthesizing to other things like Delta-8, and then selling it literally in gas stations and vape shops to children even that had intoxicating levels of THC, which is the same intoxicant you have in marijuana. So they were exploiting a loophole. They were poisoning our children. We had to close the loophole. And fortunately, the bill that we're going to pass tomorrow closes that loophole.
Yes, that was a fortunate thing. And thank you so much for highlighting that. I thought that was a great catch. And for you to not only catch it, but to make it a public issue was huge. All right, Dr. Harris, how do you see the rest of the week unfolding? What's this going to look like? Members are coming back. You really think they'll be back with all the cancellations and delays? You think you'll be able indeed to vote on this tomorrow?
Yeah, the speaker called the Republicans back in a call Monday morning. So hopefully they'll have 2 days to find those flights, make sure they get the flights like Derek Van Orden. God bless him, makes it here on his motorcycle. But I think we're going to have everybody in town, and I think there will be a handful of Democrats who, like the handful of Democrats in the Senate, realize they shouldn't put the nation through this. So I think that we're going to have a pretty smooth sailing to pass this bill tomorrow. They're not going to allow any amendments because then it would have to go over to the Senate. And, again, this shutdown has lasted long enough. The House, which took action 8 weeks ago, is going to take the final action tomorrow to end this shutdown.
Less than a minute to go. Do you think any Democrats will come on board with it in the House?
Oh, there will definitely be some Democrats. The question is the number. I suspect it'll be between 10 and 20. Hakeem Jeffries, for some reason, wants to keep punishing the nation by keeping the government shut down to protect the 7% of Americans who are getting a COVID era Obamacare premium enhancements, subsidy enhancements. When 100% of Americans need relief from health care premiums, they only want to help 7% and keep the government shut down to do that. It's ridiculous.
Wow. Maryland Congressman Andy Harris, chairman of the Freedom Caucus. Again, thank you so much for your service to this country, both in the military and now in Congress. We appreciate you joining us on Washington Watch as well.
Thank you, Jody. God bless you.